I'm going to share with you what younger women hate that older guys do. It's something that they find really unattractive, but if you can just understand why women get turned off by this, and you know exactly what you can do instead, it'll really change your experience with younger women. If you're new here, I'm Arica Angelo. I've been giving dating and relationship advice for men just like you for 17 years now. I am back in France, so my energy is not as high. The jet lag is real. I've been away from my home in the south of France for 3 months. 1 month in Texas, 2 months in Bali. You can go to my Instagram, you can see my amazing pictures. But I'm not gonna lie, my ass is tired. So I'm gonna do my best to keep that Bali energy going. But here's what I need from you. I need you guys to keep reminding me about that Bali spirit, because you know I go wild on those videos in Bali. And if you haven't seen them, you can go watch the ones before this. They're all made in Bali. Listen, I get it. When you're an older guy and you still have a lot of energy, like you maintain a good diet, you're super active, and you feel like you have the whole world still ahead of you, a younger woman is going to be appealing to you. And I totally get that. You want someone who's going to make you feel young, who's going to inspire you, who's going to really just renew that verve for life. And I completely understand that. But I want to make sure that while you want these things, that you're showing up in a way that she actually desires you and wants you as well. Because the reality is you can give a woman the ick really quickly. You can give her that, oh my God, that was cringe. I can't believe he did that. He just reminded me of my father. Oh my God, if my friends were here, they would be so embarrassed. Can I bring this guy out to a party with my friends if he is going to do this? You don't want to set yourself up for failure when you do these things that kind of cringe a woman out. But the most important thing that you can do is to begin to seduce her immediately. That immediate seduction just bypasses all that time and space where she can overanalyze a situation with you and put you out of the ranks and just put you into the friend zone or too old kind of zone. When you start seducing her immediately, that is going to set you up to win. So start that seduction really fast. And right now we are running a discount on my seduction guide if you get it right now. If you watch this video maybe a month now, it's not going to be the same price, but right now we're running a special for $17. So you can start seducing her right now and you can use that guide to seduce her. So here's the thing that you can do that's unattractive to a younger woman, and that is when you try too hard to be young. Listen, there's nothing more sexy about an older man. I'll tell you why it's so sexy to us women and how you can avoid playing the young card. It's really sexy to us because here's the thing. A woman, ultimately, we want to feel that sense of security. And when you're an older guy and you're really secure in who you are, that is crazy sexy to a woman. Why? Because we feel the polarity of younger guys who are trying to act tough, trying to act brave, trying to act like they have their shit together. But women, we can sniff out that intuitively when there's actual fear there, when a guy is just playing at being a man. And the reality is, one thing that I have really experienced and one thing that I would encourage other women to be mindful of is watching consistency. But see, that's something that young men have to worry about. If you're an older guy and you're really rooted in yourself, you know your habits, you know the things that make you excited, you know how you converse, you know how you socialize, stay true to that. The minute that you start playing that down, the fact that that is your asset, that being older is your actual asset, when you start playing that down and you start becoming this young, cool guy to connect with her, it is a cringe because one, it's not authentic and she can feel that you're just doing that. She might laugh, she might play along, be like, ah, that's so funny that you know those words. But inside there's gonna be an ick, and most women are not gonna show you that ick. The only way that you're gonna know that you've given her the ick is when she stops responding to you. When the messages get spaced out, that's how you know, oh no, homegirl has gotten the ick. So that's why I think it's really important for you to start seducing her from the get-go, not just to be friendly, not just to take her to like very cordial dates of like coffee and this. No. Immediately start seducing her. Why? Because the minute that you start seducing her, you start building that connection. You start creating that sexual tension, and that sets you up to win with younger women. Let me tell you something else that is highly unattractive to younger women. You know how I was just sharing with you, like, be who you are? Well, that is completely true, but there is something that you can do that actually puts you in the no-go zone. When a woman understands that you're rooted and grounded, that makes her feel safe. It's sexy. You feel more rooted than the younger guys. She feels like, okay, I could actually build something with this guy. But there is something that I've seen with older guys, and they do this one thing, and it really, really kills their chances of building something beautiful with a young woman. And why are guys doing this? And I'm going to tell you what that is, but I want you to understand why. Because sometimes I can just tell you what not to do, and I know a lot of you guys love to put timestamps and be like, this is where she actually gets to the point. Yeah, but if you don't understand, this is probably like young guys who are doing this, if you don't understand the context of it, you can have all the timestamps and all the points in the world, but if you don't know what the F you're doing, then none of this makes sense. You can take these bullet points and run with it, and it doesn't work out. You flop. Why? Because you have zero understanding. So for those of you who really want to understand this, this is what older guys do, and they really get it wrong. When an older guy has been married before, chances are you've been married, chances are you've had maybe long-term relationships. Here is the caveat. The older we get, the more we've been hurt. I've been hurt. I'm 44. I don't know how old you are. You can tell me in the comment section, how old are you? I would love to know your age in the comment section, what age my audience is. But when we go through life, what happens? We get nicks, we get bruises, we get hurt in the process of being in love or finding love or going through rejection. And so while we get thick skin, while we get wisdom, some people don't process that pain well. And so what they start doing is becoming resentful, and they become overprotective, over vigilant of themselves. And so one of the unattractive things that you can do as an older man is to start telling a woman, I will not do this and I will not do that, because you're speaking out of hurt. It's okay to have boundaries, but when you start drawing those hard lines of, if I see a woman do this, it's a no. When you start communicating that way, what you're subconsciously telling her is that you've been hurt and you've not been able to let that go. But how a younger woman translates that is this: you can't teach an old dog new tricks. And so while she might feel safe with you, she knows inherently you are gonna hold her back. And now this modern generation of women, they are far more free than the older generation. They want to travel, they want to see the world, they want to become boss babes. The minute that you start giving her that undertone that you might hold her back, this is really unattractive. This is really going to sabotage you. And I'm going to share with you the third thing that is highly unattractive. And this is a little bit of a delicate topic. So I'm going to be delicate with how I say this. But when we get older, sometimes the body doesn't look the same. It doesn't perform the same. You get where I'm going. a woman needs to know that when you and her get into the bedroom, one, you want your body to be in shape. I just want to say that. But she needs to know that you are going to make love to her body in ways that a younger man could never do. You need to set yourself up in an advantage point that you can do nothing but win. And you know, if you're dusty on those skills and you need to brush up on those, you know I have my Mastering Intimacy. It is the ultimate lover's playbook of not just how to physically master intimacy in the bedroom, but subconsciously and mentally to make a woman feel safe, to get wild, to get naked, to get raw with you in the bedroom. So you can get that. It's in the comment section. It's in the description. But you need to put yourself in an advantage that you are going to rock her world sexually. Why? Because I've said this before and I'll say it again. People will forget what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. And that also translates in the bedroom. When you give her a powerful experience in the bedroom, guess what it does to the younger guys in her life? It makes them look like what they exactly are, little boys. And she's like, why would I continue dating these younger guys when I have this older guy putting it down on me in ways that I didn't even know my body could do? Because maybe, you know, she's younger, she doesn't know her body as well. But when you can masterfully make love to her in the bedroom, that changes the game. That sets you apart. That keeps her attracted to you. But it's really unattractive when you're an older guy and you've let your body go downhill and you're not grooming, you're not taking care of yourself sexually. You've forgotten how to properly kiss her. You've forgotten how to maybe do things to her body that would bring a significant connection to the two of you. So when you become dusty in your sexual skills, I'm just being super honest with you. I'm trying to help you guys. This really is unattractive to a woman. And I would even throw in when you've let your body go. I know that's a little hard to hear, but it's the truth. And the reality is, if you don't like the way you look in the mirror naked, it's time that you get to the gym and start changing that. But these are the things that can be really unattractive to younger women. But I hope that these answers have helped you feel like, oh wait, these are things that I can start changing right now. Like I said, you have my seduction guide, that's $17 right now. It will go up. And then I have Mastering Intimacy. So put those to work. But listen, as always, you know, I have a whole playlist of videos to really support you. Make sure you go through and really brush up on those skills to put you in a position of attracting the younger woman of your dreams. I love you. And I'll see you in my next video. Take care.